Hello friends, this is Reshma Amre, your personal HR consultant from HR Mastery Program. Namaste and welcome to our yet another HR related content video. Firstly, I would like to thank you all our viewers and our audience for watching our video and sharing your love and support. Today, we are discussing on how to be tax benefited from home loan, especially when we are a salaried income individuals. You all know our India is an economically growing country where the inflation rate is 6.02% and our majority of population, house owner, falls under housing loan. In this, which for few people this would be an investment. So whether this is an investment or not, we are living in an era where our government has introduced several tax benefit schemes related to housing loan. There are various sessions introduced for benefits. As on date, we have 4 different options that one shall have knowledge of. To understand in a better way what amount of housing loan can be claimed under which session. So those 4 sessions are Session 80C, and we'll understand the limit. Session 24, we'll understand how the interest amount can be used with the limits. Session 80EEA, the additional interest amount of loan can be claimed here. And surprisingly, under construction property interest paid benefit and their limits. So we'll start to understand the eligibility. Who are eligible to take this benefit? So the eligibility is, for a home loan benefit on income tax, you have to be an owner or a co-owner of the property. To enjoy both the principal and interest amount of EMI of any financial year, the property has to be in ready to move in condition or ready in the position. Now let's discuss about Section 80C. Here, one can claim up to 1,50,000 of their principal amount from their monthly EMI. You remember, in both the situation as an owner or co-owner can claim the principal amount from their part of EMI paid to the bank, but the maximum limit is up to 1,50,000 in a financial year. It means that the property has a owner and a co-owner. ये जब दोनों इंसान जो होते हैं when we are talking about co-owner, वो दोनों इंडिविजुअली अपने प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट अपने इंडिविजुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे अपने बेनिफिट्स ले सकते हैं. ओनर का बड़ा सिंपल है, देयर इज ओनली वन ओनर एंड दे विल एंजॉय द प्रिंसिपल बेनिफिट. बट व्हेन वी आर अ को-ओनर, इवन दे कैन एंजॉय द बेनिफिट. ऑलराइट, टू अंडरस्टैंड द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट फ्रॉम द टोटल EMI paid, what we have to do? Very simple. Either we have to Google it. Very simple, it is Housing Loan EMI Calculator. This is an online calculator help you to understand the breakup of interest and principal amount with a very minimum details in handy, which is you should understand or know what is the total loan amount, the tenure and the interest rate, and accordingly the financial yearly calculation will help you to understand what amount you shall claim. Or you may discuss with the bank individual to share the bifurcation for the financial year and also obtain the certificate from them at the end of the year. You are required this detail at the start of the financial year while filling the declaration form and to submit to the company authorized person. This will help the authorized person to consider in the tax projection to reduce the monthly TDS deduction. You must be knowing, right? While the financial year starts, the authorized person, when you are taxable, especially when you are a taxable individual, the authorized person, maybe someone from the HR department or from the accounts department, will reach out to you or put a mail on an official ID saying, please share your investment declaration. When you get this chance, please make sure that you fill all the details or all the planning related to your investment in the investment declaration form. so that they can calculate according to the projection, and the TDS amount can be reduced with the help of this. So make sure to submit the investment projection in the month of April before the salary cut-off date. Also remember, under Section 80C, if you have claimed and enjoyed tax benefit, guys, this is a little serious. You need to understand this. We have claimed our principal amount. The authorized person has calculated on the basis of the investment declaration. Now the other effect of this is that if we have claimed and enjoyed the tax benefit, the principal amount of loan, and if you try to sell the same property within 5 years from the tax claim financial year, please note that the tax saved by you previously will be added to the income of the year when the property is being sold. So normally it says that if you have claimed a particular principal amount in any financial year, you cannot sell the property for next 5 years. And if you are selling it, make sure you remember that. Have an option. Selling property, you must prepare of the income addition. So now moving forward on Section 24. While calculating the principal amount from the EMI, it also helps us to understand the interest amount to be claimed as per the financial year. Here, the maximum limit of interest amount is 2 lakh. Means 1,50,000 of your principal amount can be claimed in 80C, and up to 2 lakh the interest amount can be claimed under Section 24. So in one financial year, we can be tax benefit up to 3,50,000 from our monthly EMI paid in any financial year. Friends, all that we have shared is for your acknowledgement and knowledge, but you can enjoy only if you take action on time, like submitting the investment projection in the month of April and submitting the actual proof in January or February of the year. This differs from organization to organization, so it is our duty to verify with the concerned authority when to submit the proof. And for God's grace, so if anything happens and you missed to submit the proof, all the declaration what we have made will go waste, because at the end of financial year the authorized person calculate the whole investment on the basis of proof. So whatever the proof you have submitted, on the basis of that they will calculate, and the excess amount will be deducted in the last 2 financial months. So here a tip from us. By God's grace, if you have any additional fund are managed from your saving, and if you are willing to share that part in your existing housing loan, the bank would give you 2 options: reduce tenure or reduce the EMI. Then we would highly recommend to reduce the tenure. Like now, if you can afford the existing EMI, then to please continue, as here you would save the maximum of the interest amount. So EMI would be more of principal closer. Like we understood about housing loan EMI benefits in 80C and 24 section, we would discuss now on additional benefit on interest paid, that is Section
80EEA.
This was introduced in the budget 2019. This benefit are for those property owner whose total loan amount is less than 45 lakh. And if yes, then the loan sanction shall be between 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2022. This is like 2 years. And if yes, then you shall be the first time property owner. These are the conditions. These are 3 conditions. When all of the above points meet, then we shall claim up to 1,50,000 interest paid amount under Section
80EEA.
So you may collect all the relevant documents for submitting as a proof to the authorized person, then you can avail these benefits as well. When you are eligible for
ATEEA.
the total saving from the housing loan EMI will be 5 lakh with conditions. Please note friends, apart from EMI, you as a property owner also pay stamp duty and registration. So where this money can be claimed, right? That's a big question. Here we can also claim this paid amount under section 80C on the same financial year when the registration has made. You remember 80C limit which is 1,50,000? You can claim in the same financial year only. So now, here comes a surprising point, the tax benefit on interest amount from under construction property. One can avail the benefit of interest paid during the under construction property immediately after the completion of the project. I'll give you an example. If the loan taken in the year 2020, the construction went for 2 years, for example, the completion date would be 2022. The total interest paid from 2020 to 2022 can be claimed, listen this very carefully, can be claimed in 5 equal installments in next 5 years. As year from 2023 to 2027. So we have understood all the benefits, limits of housing loan. How one as an owner or a co-owner can benefit it by gathering these details, utilizing all that information from the bank, from the online sites and everything, how we can claim on timely basis and inform the authorized person about the investment plan. So here we have covered today is 1. We have understood section 80C. 2. We have understood section 24. We have understood
ATEEA.
That's point number 3. And we have understood how the construction property can also be tax benefited for us. Hope our simple logic of understanding this benefit with our video has given you clarity. Hope our video was more informative and simple to understand the housing loan tax benefit. We ask you to keep watching us and we would be coming up with more videos related to tax planning, compliances, HR related challenges such as POSH Act, Factory Act, maternity benefits and provision made for the women, leave policy and many more in easy and simple language. Please share your comments on our email address. If you would like to have any specific session topic, you can also comment with that. Thank you so much. This is Reshma from HR Mastery Program.